What's up, ladies and gents? Welcome back to GNR. My name is Francisco, and I'm back again after too long of a hiatus with a new review for y'all. So a company named Photry. Photry sent me their ultra portable mini wireless microphone system, model WM101. Boom, right here. Let's go ahead and open this thing up. I already opened it up, spoiler. I already opened it up. I'm using it right now. This is what you hear. But I do have an unboxing clip to show y'all, which will start now. And a couple of things I do want y'all to keep in mind, okay? I'm moving back into the house now, and my game room, setup room, studio room, whatever you want to call it, isn't soundproofed. It isn't fully set up yet, so we will hear, not to the fault of the microphone, possibly, but we will hear a lot of the reverberation from the sound of my voice bouncing off the walls and back into the microphone itself. So as of right now, I'm not prepared to hold that against the microphone, but for the sake of thoroughness, we will be comparing the Photry microphone to my Rode wireless system as well, just to see how they perform and compare price points and see exactly what we're going to get out of this system versus this system. So without further ado, let's go. I've gone ahead and plugged in the Rode Wireless Go system into the camera now, and I've got it, the other piece right here attached to my shirt. You really probably can't see it, especially since it's black on black, but I wanted to showcase what the Rode system sounded like in the room with the same exact conditions. Haven't changed the volume. There is no post-processing on either microphone whatsoever, and it's not going to be the case at all in this video, but I wanted you to hear how much of the reverberations this microphone catches versus the Photry microphone. One of the cool things about the Photry wireless microphone system is that it is pretty versatile. You're able to use it on your DSLR cameras, and you can also use it on your smartphone. I have an iPhone 11 Pro Max, and this is the phone's onboard microphone. We're going to go ahead and get the Photry wireless system set up with it and check out and see how it sounds when you use it with a mobile device. All right, so now we've got the Photry wireless system set up with the iPhone using the USB adapter that you have to buy separately to be able to use it with this phone, right? Because Apple loves to do proprietary crap that makes you buy more stuff. So that's a different conversation for a different time. Anyways, so there's one thing I do have to kind of nitpick at about this microphone, is that there are two volume settings for the microphone, and you can only cycle through them by clicking the button on the microphone. And there's an LED light here at the very top, and I was hoping that the LED light would change to 3 different colors to kind of tell you what volume setting you're at. Volume settings are high, low, and mute. That's it, right? So when the indicator is blue, I thought, okay, that's probably the high volume one. And then you press it again and it's purple, and I'm thinking that is probably the low volume one. And typically, for most devices, when the indicator is red, that means that it is muted, but that is not the case. So I'm going to literally have to record this section right now and play it back just so that I know what setting I'm at, because it doesn't have a separate color indicator for low or high. They're both the same. They are both blue, which makes no sense. So, well, it's just as I feared. That first setting was the high volume setting, and it was at times it was okay, but for the most part it was pretty bad. Way too high in volume, overly distorted. I mean, I wouldn't record at that setting at all if I'm using a mobile device like a phone. And just to kind of test things out and compare, I've actually switched now to my Rode Wireless Go system. I'm hoping this works. I'm hoping that we can get a good idea of what this would sound like on a mobile device with a, more recognized brand and possibly a more premium priced brand and item, right? So let's see how this sounds like, because I'm a little concerned now. And look, just for good measure, I'm going to record one more snippet on my phone using the onboard microphone on the iPhone 11 Pro Max. But anyways, so this was a test on a mobile device. We're actually gonna go ahead and set it up now with my DSLR camera and try to move outside and see how it sounds there. So now we're outside. All we have is the natural sounds of this world that we live in to really get into this microphone. I don't have any walls too close to me to really allow sound to bounce in and out, but this is what the Photry microphone sounds like on my Canon M50 DSLR camera. You're able to actually adjust the gain for your microphones here through the camera itself. Interestingly enough, one of the things that I had to do is I basically had to take the volume or the gain all the way down to 0 and then just up 1 click. Because otherwise it just registers in the red, which is way too much. So hopefully this sounds a little better. Now we're going to go ahead and swap it out for the Rode Wireless Go system, just for a comparison as to what it would sound like, you know, if you're out and about doing a vlog or something like that. Okay, so now we're back out here again. I've got the Rode Wireless Go system plugged into the camera itself. I try to keep the volume levels to about the 12 range, right? So it's like in the Canon M50, your volume comes up as white, yellow, and red. So 12 is kind of like that border between white and yellow, which should produce some pretty good sound. So I'm outside. This is kind of what the Rode Wireless system would sound like in a, I guess, real world scenario when you're outside, probably trying to vlog. Okay, so we're back. So let's go ahead and talk about this and wrap this up. There are several things that I enjoy about this microphone system, and there are several things that I do not. Number one, for the things that I don't enjoy. I don't enjoy the fact that the LED colored indicator at the top of the microphone does not change color when you're alternating between low and high volume. The indicator light stays blue, right? So what you have to basically do is that you have to memorize, which is super easy, but you have to memorize what order this starts in. And through some testing, I believe that by default, when you turn the microphone on, it starts off at the low volume setting. You click the button one time and it goes to high volume. And if you click it a third time, it mutes it, which brings me to my next point. Now, these are some small things, right? What I don't like about this microphone system also includes the fact that when you have it muted, the color indicator is purple or pink, one of the two. I don't understand why they chose that color when, universally speaking, typically when your audio source is muted, it's red. So that's a little weird, but it's not a deal breaker per se. One thing that I did enjoy and that kind of caught me off guard, actually super off guard, is that when we went outside and I did those segments outside, I did it because I wanted to see how the systems would work in an outdoor environment, right? And the Rode Wireless Go system sounded absolutely amazing. I was actually underestimating how much of a great job it does at canceling out a lot of excessive noise. So when I switched over to the Photry system, my expectations weren't really that high, especially based off of what had happened inside. But lo and behold, it actually performed best outdoors as compared to indoors. Now there's a couple of reasons for that. I've already stated, but I'll say it again. My room here is not treated, so a lot of the sound from my voice is bouncing off the walls and coming right back into the mic and causing some reverb, which I'm pretty sure you can probably hear right now. And the same exact thing happened with the Rode Wireless Go system, although I feel like the Rode Wireless system did a better job at handling it. As far as sound is concerned, I felt that the Rode Wireless Go sounded better indoors and outdoors, but the Photry system sounded really good outside, like really, really good, and I was very, very surprised, very pleasantly surprised. The other things that I like about this is it's very small form factor. You know, the Rode system is a small but sizable little block, right? And so if you're clipping this straight into your shirt, you've got a noticeable block here, right? And ideally what you do is you actually plug a lav mic to this, clip this to your belt loop or your pants or whatever, and the mic is what's clipped to your shirt. The Photry system has a very small form factor. It's not intrusive at all. It's super lightweight. You can barely tell that it's there, and I enjoy that. Actually, it feels pretty nice. The other thing too to note is that it is a plastic housing for the microphone itself and for the receiver. Although Rode's little system here, it seems like it's much more durable and much more, has a better build to it. I'm not really too concerned with the Photry system. I think that you'll have to intentionally try to break it to actually break it. If something accidental happens, you might have something crack, maybe, maybe not. I doubt it. But other than that, it's actually a pretty decent little system. Only thing I need to see now is how much does this thing cost? $65.98 on Amazon. For an additional $30 or so, you can get the Rode Wireless Go system. Would I tell you, for you, that it's worth spending the extra 30 bucks to get the Rode system versus the Photry system? Not necessarily. It all depends on how you're going to use this and where. If you're going to use this in a treated room, then this will probably do everything you need it to. If you're going to use this outdoors, I don't think you're going to have a bad time using the Photry system at all. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging out and watching this. I hope you found this very helpful. I'll include the links and everything at the bottom in case you want to go ahead and decide and get the item. They're not affiliated links, so I don't get a cut from what I understand, but it's there for you just in case you want to get right to it. And other than that, have a great day. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. Like and subscribe. Peace out.